Independence doesn't always mean living alone. Hi there, and welcome back. I'm Penelope Tzougros, PhD, CHFC, CLU, financial planner and author of Your Home Sweet Home. Before we begin, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. When you talk with your parents about the future, do they ever say something like this? I'm not ready to give up my independence. That phrase comes up in almost every family conversation about housing. But today, I want to explore an important question. What does independence actually mean? Why the word independence is so powerful. For many parents, independence is deeply tied to identity. They have spent decades raising families, building careers, managing households, making decisions for themselves and others. Being independent is something they are proud of. So when adult children raise the idea of help or alternative housing, parents sometimes hear something very different from what was intended. Instead of hearing, "We want you to stay safe," they hear, "You can't handle things anymore." That emotional interpretation can make the entire conversation difficult before it even begins. The myth of total independence, what is that? But if we pause and think honestly about our own lives, something becomes clear. Very few people are truly independent. Think about your own daily life. You probably rely on doctors and healthcare providers, home repair professionals, transportation systems, grocery stores, technology reminders for schedules or medications, cleaning services or maintenance help in modern life. We all rely on systems and services around us. That's not a loss of independence. It's simply how our society works. How support can actually increase independence. In fact, the right kind of support can actually increase your independence. Consider the responsibilities that come with maintaining a home. For many retirees, these tasks slowly become more difficult over time. Snow removal, lawn care, home repairs, cleaning and maintenance, driving in heavy traffic or bad weather, grocery shopping and meal preparation. None of these tasks are impossible, but together they require time, physical effort, and attention. When those responsibilities accumulate, they can quietly limit freedom. What many retirees discover, one of the most interesting things, is that what happens is when retirees move into environments that supportive services are available, they often feel more independent, not less. Why? Because many of the daily burdens disappear. Instead of spending time managing a house, they can focus on things that matter more to them. Friendships, hobbies, travel, fitness, learning new skills, spending time with family. When routine chores disappear, energy returns, and that energy fuels independence. The social side of independence, another factor that families sometimes overlook is the role of social connection. Many retirees continue living in the same home, but that has changed over time. The environment around them changes. Neighbors move away, friends relocate or pass on. Driving becomes less frequent. Social opportunities may slowly decrease. Research has shown that social isolation can have real health consequences, increasing risks for conditions such as heart disease, depression, and cognitive decline. In Your Home Sweet Home, you'll hear more about that. Communities designed for older adults often address this issue intentionally. They provide organized activities, shared meals, exercise programs, educational classes, group outings. These environments create natural opportunities for interaction and friendship. And that connection supports physical and emotional health. Why the conversation requires care? Well, when adult children raise housing questions, their parents, the conversation requires sensitivity, because what the parents are hearing is not always what the adult children intend. Many parents may hear, "You're getting old," when the real message is, "We want to make sure your home is comfortable for you and secure." There's a big difference in how someone hears it and what someone is saying. A better way to start the discussion, instead of asking, "Do you think you can continue living here?" Try asking questions that focus on lifestyle. For example, what would make daily life easier over the next 10 years? Or, if you could eliminate 3 chores you dislike most, what would they be? These questions shift the conversation away from decline and toward opportunity. They allow parents to imagine improvements rather than defend their current situation. Big difference. The goal is preserving control. One of the most important things adult children can do is preserve their parents' sense of control. Housing decisions later in life are deeply personal, and the decision ultimately belongs to the person who will live there. Adult children can gather information, ask thoughtful questions, offer support, help evaluate options, but the goal is not to take control. The goal is to ensure parents have the information they need to make confident decisions. That's the point. Why exploring early makes a difference. One of the biggest advantages families can give themselves is time. Exploring housing options does not mean an immediate move. Think of it as research, visiting communities, attending informal events, talking with friends who have already made a housing change. These experiences help parents develop a clear understanding of what modern retirement communities actually look like. Many people discover that their assumptions are way outdated. They have no idea what's really happening. What true independence looks like. True independence is not about doing everything alone. It's about having the freedom to live the life you want. Sometimes that freedom comes from reducing responsibilities rather than carrying them on longer. The living environment that removes stress and increases opportunity may actually protect independence for many more years. So, when your parents say, "I don't want to give up my independence," the best response might be, "Let's figure out how to protect it." Because the goal is not to take away independence. The goal is to support it thoughtfully, respectfully, and with good planning. If you're helping aging parents think through retirement housing decisions, my book, Your Home Sweet Home, offers practical tools for evaluating living options and planning for the future. You can also learn more about retirement planning strategies at wealthychoices.com. And before you go, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Thank you.